crowd the hallways that oftentimes seem like stop-and-go traffic, only to make it to our second-hour classroom. At that time, every morning, we sat and waited for the "Good morning, students and staff, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance." And then our second-hour teachers anticipated and that concludes your morning announcements. Remember, it's a great day to be a Rocket, so that they can continue on with their lesson. Before we knew it, it was 10:18, and we had exactly until 10:23 to make it to our next destination, because if not, we found ourselves outside of the classroom door while the PA sounded off, "Teachers, at this time, please lock your doors, students are now late." We patiently watched the clock until it struck 12:57, because we knew that meant 1 hour of the day remained. As we sat in sixth hour, our eyes, seemingly glued to the clock, waited for the shorthand to reach 2 and the longhand to reach 12. How do we measure the time we've spent in high school? In the beginning, we measured it in class periods. We measured it in counting down the days to eventual freedom. As we finally moved on, we moved into wait to look forward until semesters, and later in years as we moved from being those clueless freshmen to sophisticated sophomores who thought we had the world figured out. And later, we reached our junior year confident and prepared to take on as the next graduating class as seniors. And we couldn't wait to begin our reign. We were the underclassmen. We were the upperclassmen. We were the seniors who stood ready to graduate and move forward in the world. Yet at this seminal moment, we can't help but look back. We can't help but look back on our successes, on our triumphs, on our downfalls, on our shortcomings, on our bonds and on our friendships that we've made these past 4 years. We began high school as children, but we're leaving here as adults. We've completed a basic education that will serve as the platform we use to launch ourselves into our futures. Some of us will go on to college, others will go straight into the workforce, but each of us will travel our own path. No matter where we go or what we do, there will be challenges ahead of us. We must meet those challenges straight on with an open heart. It's not enough simply to try to just get by life. That doesn't make the world move forward. We must try to excel in everything that we do, striving for excellence with every task, large or small. Although it may not seem easy to see, every accomplishment we achieve is added to the world's accomplishments. Our individual successes benefit society as a whole, because when you succeed, you lighten the burden of your fellow man. When you succeed, you are in a position to give rather than to take. We may not have the power to inspire an entire world to strive for success, but we do have the power to try to achieve it. My challenge to each of you and to myself is to do all that we can do to reach our full potential. If each of us, each one of our students in this graduating class is able to do that, just imagine the effect that we will have on the world. The world is truly in our hands. We stand here today on the precipice of the future. It's not a distant reality anymore. It begins here and it begins today. The time is now 8:22 a.m. Dare to jump into your future with enthusiasm. Dare to place no limits on what you hope to accomplish. Dare to dream big and realize that this is not just a cliche. Dare to bring excellence to everything you do. I dare you. Class of 2016, stand up on your feet and enjoy this moment with me. We did it. Today, more than ever, it truly is a great day to be a Rocket. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Marissa Horn-Johnson, Vice President of Student Council and Class Representative of the Class 2016. It will be my pleasure to introduce the members of the Wayne Westland Board of Education who have come here to honor our graduate seniors. These dedicated individuals are charged with establishing the policies and procedures for the entire school district and spend countless hours ensuring a quality education for all. Their efforts are greatly appreciated. Please hold your applause until all members of the board have been introduced. Shauna Walker, President, Carol Medell, Vice President, Frederick L. Weaver, Secretary, Charles Traff Griffin, Treasurer, Tom Buckaloo, Trustee, Melody Hines, Trustee, and Sally Madison, Trustee.
Good morning, and hello, my name is Joseph Bonilla, and I am the Treasurer of the Student Council of the Class of 2016. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent and the members of her Cabinet. Each member of the Cabinet is dedicated to providing the best educational opportunities possible for each Wayne Westside student. Please hold your applause until all members of the Cabinet have been introduced. Superintendent Dr. Michelle Parmala, PhD. Deputy Superintendent of Administration and Business Services, Mr. James Larson Scheidler. Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Mr. John Albrecht. Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Ms. Kelly Bull. Also with us today is Senior Executive Director of Special Education, Mr. John Mills. Executive Director of Student Legal Affairs, Dr. Stanley Shotko. Director of Special Education, High School, Mr. Charles Hellman.
Good morning, my name is Alexandria Davis, Class President 2016. John Glenn staff is divided into 11 departments with a chairperson representing each department. Each chair has a wide range of experience in their subject area and commits many extra hours every year to our educational program. Department chairs, please stand when your name is read and remain standing until all department chairs have been introduced. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Ms. Beth Johnson, Business Education. Mr. Martin Sylvester, Career and Technology Education. Mr. Eric Hensey, English Language Arts. Mr. Sergeant Major Young, Fine Arts. Mr. Joe Craig, Guidance Department. Ms. Ashley Hogan, Mathematics. Mr. Bill Pope, Physical Education. Ms. Catherine German and Christine Drew, Science. Ms. Michelle Anderson, Social Science. Ms. Renee Stute, Special Education. And Mr. Kevin Markey, Wolf Languages. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Emily Dietz, Student Class President of the Class of 2016. It is my pleasure to introduce the John Glenn and Career Tech staff. These are the people most directly responsible for providing students with the knowledge and skills to be successful in their daily lives. Without their guidance and dedication, we would not be here today. Would the John Glenn and Career Tech staff stand? Please give them a round of applause. Now it is my pleasure to be able to say a few words about our staff. The John Glenn staff is one that goes above and beyond to see their students achieve great things. Most students would agree with me when I say that we all have at least one staff member we can go to about anything. They make it known that they care about us through not only words, but actions as well. If a student goes to a staff member for help, they will receive it. Amongst the John Glenn staff, there is a variety of personalities, all of which have made the time spent at John Glenn much more enjoyable. The John Glenn staff is one of the most caring and helpful group of people I know. So thank you on the behalf of the Class of 2016 for always being there when we needed you. A special thank you goes out to our wonderful class sponsors, Ms. Bess Johnson and Ms. Linda Faber. Thank you for taking time out of your lives to help the Class of 2016 through our high school years. Thank you for sitting at all those Friday night football games, and thank you for planning and spending so much time on our amazing prom. You have constantly supported us and motivated us over the years, and for this we thank you.
Good morning. My name is Ryan Clemens, Student NHS President of the Class of 2016. I have the privilege of introducing the administration of the William D. Ford Career Technical Center and John Glenn High School. These educators represent the leaders of today, just like viewers represent the leaders of tomorrow. As leaders, they have provided us with the direction to make it through the last 4 years and the skills to live a lifetime. Please hold all your applause until all administrators have been introduced. From the William D. Ford Career Technical Center Administration, Mr. Stephen K., Principal. Mr. Daniel Calhoun, Assistant Principal. And from the John Glenn Administration, Ms. Phyllis Adkins, Principal. Mrs. Kimberly Szynski, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Mara Foster, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Sherry Grove, Assistant Principal. And Mr. John Young, Athletic Administrator.
Dr. Michelle Harmala is the superintendent of Wayne Westland Community Schools. She has served in many and various roles throughout her career in education. Dr. Harmala has a teaching degree in special education and mathematics, a master's degree in secondary special education, an education specialist degree in administration, and a doctor of philosophy degree in education, leadership, and policy studies. She has taught at every level from preschool through postgraduate and college courses. Dr. Harmala is married, has 2 grown boys, and a wonderful granddaughter. She enjoys spending time with her family, reading, and participating in sports and outdoor activities. Dr. Harmala is an advocate for public education, and she continues to focus her full efforts on making Wayne Westland Community Schools the best place to be for students, parents, staff, and the community. She provides support to all of us, including your sons and daughters, in pursuit of educational excellence. It is my pleasure to introduce Superintendent Dr. Michelle Harmala.
Thank you, Mr. Young. Good morning. It is really a pleasure to be here celebrating this momentous occasion with all of you. And before I get started, I do want to say, each time I step up in front of a group, I think about the young people who just stepped up in front of you and shared so eloquently. And I think about growth over time, and I certainly was not able to speak in public at the ages you all are now. So please help me to applaud them for their wonderful courage and eloquence. I would like to take a moment to thank all of you who are here today who made this day possible for the graduates. First of all, thank you to our staff, all of you in your various roles, for organizing and ensuring this ceremony honors our students. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to ensuring their success not only today, but as they grew in their education and as they move forward into responsible adulthood. Friends of our students and their families, thank you for your support and your encouragement on this road to graduation day. We all know how important our friends are to our day-to-day lives, so thank you. Family members, brothers, sisters, aunts and uncles, grandparents, and the like, you have been a part of these graduates' lives through the years, and your support and encouragement is appreciated. Parents and guardians, the importance of your love and your commitment to the education of your children, these graduates in particular today, has been key to their growth and their success. Please join me in applauding all of those who have been here through the years to support the graduates who are celebrating today. Finally, students, you have achieved the status of graduate today. You have worked hard, you've stayed the course, you've met the challenges, and you have demonstrated by the fact that you are sitting here today that you are ready to take on new challenges, greater challenges, challenges that will enhance you and our world. Let me highlight some of the many accomplishments of this graduating class. We have 390 graduates and 19 Presidential Academic Award winners in our midst. We have $1.4 million in scholarships have been awarded to this graduating class. Way to go. Brandon Allen, you've distinguished yourself as Brandon was elected to the National Executive Board Central Region as Vice President of DECA. And we congratulate you on this wonderful. We know we're going to see your name in the future, and we look forward to that. Students in this class have also been selected to attend various trades programs, technical schools, colleges, and universities because of your skills, your talents in academics, the arts, and athletics. We also have students who have chosen to enlist in the armed forces. We are grateful to you and to your commitment to all of us and to our country. Please join me in thanking these students for the service they will provide to all of us. All of you have attained the graduation requirements of the state of Michigan and Wayne Westland Community Schools. Your achievements demonstrate your success, and they're a foundation to the successes we know you will attain as you move forward in the years ahead. I'd like to share a few thoughts that I hope will help you as you move forward in your lives. You've achieved the status of graduate today through hard work and through the years you've spent in education thus far. Have you ever thought about that word, status? We hear it in things like, she is a person of great status, meaning this person is viewed by others in a particular way. Or that car is a status symbol, meaning others view that car in a particular way. A movie star has more status than I do. Or the lawyer has more status than blank. You fill in the blank with something you've heard. By definition, status is the condition or state of a person or thing in the eyes of others. But if you really think about it, a movie star, a lawyer, that actually relates to the roles that people have, or the title we apply to their job. While it may be true some are viewed highly by others, it is likely about how well they did their job. You're going to leave this graduation ceremony today having attained the status of graduate. You may go off to college, enlist in the military, or go immediately into the workforce. Some of you may choose to, or you may need to, delay those opportunities to serve your family in some capacity. Whatever it is you will do, you've attained the status of graduate today. But there's more to the story. Attaining graduation status will not mean much if you don't put that status into service through the next roles that you take on. Graduates, you may aspire to attain the job of your dreams, a movie star, a lawyer, a builder, a teacher, or maybe even a superintendent. Having such is not status, it's a role. It's a title applied to a job for the work you choose to do. We need superintendents, we need teachers and builders and lawyers, and yes, we even need movie stars. We need them because they provide a service to others. They help our world to run smoothly, and they infuse joy into the day-to-day. If you think about those roles and titles that I just shared, you might at first think some have more status than others. But on deeper reflection, likely it's not so at all. The roles I named do not in and of themselves distinguish status. Rather, they describe a difference in service or function. A superintendent serves the parents, the students, the staff, and the community. A teacher serves the students and the parents. A builder serves the customer, a lawyer serves the client, and the movie star serves those who desire to be entertained. Each performs a service that another needs, and without that service, something would be lacking in our world. Graduates, as you pursue the next phase of your life, you will take on many roles. Each of the roles will contribute in society in some way. I encourage you to think about the roles you pursue as being meaningful, helpful, and contributing to society. I would discourage you from thinking about your roles as status. Don't confuse the two. Remember, the roles we take on describe a service or a function. Every role has value and every person is valuable. If in the end someone places a high value on the work you do, the service you provide, and they attribute to you status, thank them, and then remind yourself that it was truly the work and service that made the difference. Graduates, let this day mark a new chapter in your lives. Let it be the opening of new doors where you will achieve more and determine how to best fulfill the roles in which you find yourself, how you will be of service to others. On behalf of the Wayne Westland Community Schools, I am tremendously proud of all of your accomplishments, not just today, but those you will offer to society in the years ahead. Best wishes to all of you.
Good morning. My name is Ariana Bell. I am a representative of class council. John Glenn High School community is proud of the instrumental music program. These students do an outstanding job at delivering music at concerts, competitions, and activities. They have been recognized and received numerous awards for their outstanding performances. Under the direction of Mr. Scott Kramer, the symphony orchestra will be playing Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest by Hans Zimmer, arranged by Ricketts. Mr. Kramer?
Good morning. My name is Phyllis Atkins, and I am the interim principal at John Glenn High School. It is my distinct pleasure to be able to introduce Robert Simmons, who is our 2016 Distinguished Alumnus. Without further ado, I would like to introduce to some and present to others Mr. Robert J. Simmons.
Good morning, everybody, and congratulations to the 2016 Westland John Glenn High School graduating class. I was out there about 42 years ago at that Ford Auditorium. I'd also like to thank the orchestra for selecting one of our Disney songs from one of our movies. I work for Disney, by the way, down in out in Florida. We got another Pirates movie coming out, so you can work on that. So thank you very much. Well done, well done. But thank you for allowing me to be part of this occasion, a special occasion. And I'd like the graduates to think about this a minute. At Disney, we like to say that we create magical memories that last a lifetime. That's one of our bylines. And I'd like you to take a moment and kind of look around this auditorium at your friends, your parents, your fellow graduates, your educators up on the screen, and recognize them for the work that they've done over the years to help you get to the point that you are now. It's a labor of love, right? So let's give all of them a round of applause to support you. They've helped you create magical memories, your own magical memories that'll last a lifetime, and I'm glad that I'm part of this for you today. Be sure you thank them. Give them some hugs, give them some love, because they weren't in it for the money, believe me. They were here to help you. I'm excited to be back in Westland. This is my hometown. My dad graduated from Wayne High, before it was Wayne Memorial, in 1938. My cousin, Sharon, who was the president of the school board, she graduated from Wayne Memorial. Her husband was a Westland fire chief. I had my first house on 2nd Street. My wife is here somewhere. I don't know where she is. There she is. She's waving at me. Hey, Sandy. It's her birthday today. Our kids were born there. Our two boys who are now 31 and 28, and they started their education at Schweitzer Elementary School. I was in the first 7th grade class at Stevenson. Anybody from Stevenson out there? Yeah, there you go. Went to Madison Elementary School, and I know there's somebody in this audience that remembers the 2 one-room schoolhouses on Harvey. And I went to kindergarten and 1st grade. Does anybody remember those? Nobody? Maybe. Oh, there we go. I'm afraid it came to me in a dream or something, but I don't know. But I'm excited. My roots run deep here in Westland, and I'm so happy to be back here. We're a storytelling company, so I'm going to tell 2 real short stories. Keep it in mind. At Disney, we wear name tags. And I don't know if any of you have been to any of our parks, you'll see we're a first name company. Even the executives, we wear name tags. And mine simply says Bob, and it has a hometown, Westland, Michigan. And I wear it all the time, and people always ask me where Westland is. And I say, oh, it's right here. Because we all carry maps of Michigan with us, don't we? It's on our right hand. But I ran into a vice president of information technology in Burbank at our headquarters one time, and he looked at my name tag and he says, "You're from Westland?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "Well, I was the class president of John Glenn in 1984. I said, "Really?" He said, "Did you go to Glenn?" I said, "Yeah, I went to Glenn, Westland, Michigan." And I looked at his name tag and it said Detroit, Michigan. And I said, "Did you grow up in Detroit?" He said, "No, I grew up in Westland." I said, "Why does it say Detroit?" He says, "Well, it's a lot easier to explain that I'm from Detroit than Westland." And I said, "Well, I love explaining I'm from Westland. It gives me a chance to talk about my hometown and where I graduated from." Well, the next time I saw him walking down the hall, he had a new name tag on and it said Westland, Michigan. So, you're never too old to learn things. But one thing that really amazed me is we had 2 executives at Disney from the same high school, and it was Westland, Michigan. And I've yet to find another pair of executives anywhere in the Walt Disney Company that graduated from the same high school. So this is a good place. I mean, it's a great place to learn and gain your education. I'm very proud of that. You know, even I like telling people that Lloyd Carr, the former Michigan football coach, he learned to coach football at John Glenn, didn't he? So, you know, a lot of people have learned and moved on to great things. I've learned a lot of things at John Glenn, and I've made a lot of friends, and hopefully you've done the same thing. You know, I think back in my school years, and I remember a teacher that I had, and I think the only teacher I've run into that was from my era, Mr. Buckler here, you know, and looking at you, I can't believe that you were younger than I was when I was going to school and you were a teacher. How could that be? but anyway, Mr. LeBlanc was an English teacher. I wasn't real good at English. I'm really not good at English now. But he used to teach us 5 words a week, you know, complicated words. And I hated it at that point, but he had fun with it. And when I left John Glenn, I had a great vocabulary. And that's one of the things I took out of John Glenn. I remember when I went to Western Michigan, was where I first went to college. My parents bought me one of these newfangled TI 810 programmable calculators. They just come out, they're very expensive, they're like $850. They saved up, and I went to class, the first day of class, they said, any of you guys got those newfangled calculator things? We don't allow them at Western. Get out your slide rules. Who knows what a slide rule is? I didn't think so, somebody up here. But, you know, I had a great vocabulary. In fact, now when I travel the world, you know, Mr. LeBlanc taught us words like loquacious, redundant, panacea, trite. Just, you know, we're armed with this, you know, information's power, vocabulary's power. I sit in a room with a lot of Chinese and I throw loquacious at them and they all get out their iPhones and they're trying to figure out what I'm saying. But that's okay, that's okay. I learned that at John Glenn, great vocabulary. So many things I enjoy. But 42 years, what a difference. Since I graduated from John Glenn, I have been on the adventure of a lifetime. You wouldn't believe it. I've traveled the world. I've met some really interesting people. I've lived all over the United States, and now I work at the most magical place on earth. You know, what more could you ask for? And Westland's my hometown. I remember telling my wife and kids every time I took a new position at a company and we had to move somewhere, I tell the kids, I said, we're on an adventure. And they get all excited and say, we're on an adventure? Yeah, and we show up in a new city and say, this is where we're living now. After a while, we go on vacation. I say, we're on an adventure. And they go, no, we don't want to go on an adventure, Dad. You know, no, but it's fun. We moved around. We've had a lot of adventures. And you will too. You know, you're going to love it. You have great opportunities and adventures ahead of you. Commencement means a beginning, right? And life will be what you make out of it. Whether you go to college now or you go on later, whether you go onto a trade school or perhaps join our armed forces, chase your dreams. Do the things that interest you and make you happy. We all like being happy, don't we? Do things that excite you. Confucius said, and I've always been trying to work Confucius into a speech somewhere, and I finally had this opportunity. Confucius said, choose a job you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. I don't feel like I work. I've loved every job I've ever had. But I can't finish up without using a Walt Disney quote, because Walt had a lot of great ones. He once said, keep moving forward, open new doors, do new things, because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. Now, this is the point where I want you all to listen to me, and listen well. Got it? Y'all listening? Raise your hand. Are you listening? Okay, good. If you remember one thing today from me, remember me for challenging you to be curious. Open those new doors. Try new things, but also take chances. Choose the things you enjoy doing. Be happy, because you know what? Happy is contagious. Everyone likes happy. But most importantly, take the time to help others. Your life journey will be much more fulfilling by helping others. It's all up to you and you alone. You'll have a lot of support, but you're making these decisions moving forward. So go out there and start your new adventure, okay? Thank you.
It is an honor and distinct privilege to stand before the class of 2016. Your spirit, energy, accomplishments, and promise have made all of us so proud. As you conclude this phase of life and move on to prospective colleges, universities, branches of the armed forces, or the workplace, here are 3 very important tips that are transferable to every phase of life. Number 1, make the right choices. The choices you make and the paths you take are entirely up to you and will impact your life greatly. Be cautious of your fear of failure, preventing you from making a decision. Failure can be a learning opportunity along the path of success. Don't overanalyze your choices. If you begin to hear the voice in your head starting to repeat itself, jot down your thoughts to keep them structured. And always, always check in with your morals. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to do beneficial to all involved? Secondly, believe in yourself. Being successful is about having the proper belief system in who you are. Trust in yourself. As you encounter challenges, think about the opportunity, not the obligation. Find a cause that you believe in. The passion that you feel for this cause will help you work harder and see what you can achieve. Third and finally, make a difference. You already have what it takes, as you have demonstrated that these past 4 years. Making a difference to the world may seem like a huge task, but it is the collective effort of everyone to make small contributions with a lot of heart. The size of the contribution is not what matters most. The key is having the heart to do it. As William Arthur Ward stated, do more than belong, participate. Do more than care, help. Do more than believe, practice. Do more than be fair, be kind. Do more than forget. Do more than dream, work. In closing, make the right choices, believe in yourself, and make a difference. Congratulations to the class of 2016. Mrs. Shawn Walker, members of the Board of Education, fellow educators, parents, friends, and relatives. The members of the class of 2016 who are assembled here today have successfully completed the graduation requirements established by John Glenn High School and the Wayne Westland Community School District. Having earned their diplomas signify that the members of the class of 2016 have met or exceeded the educational standards of the North Central Association in the state of Michigan. We, the administration and faculty of John Glenn High School, recommend the graduating class of 2016 to receive their diplomas with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereof. Mrs. Walker, I now present to you the John Glenn graduating class of 2016.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning, I'm sorry, and members of the class of 2016. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today, speaking for the Board of Education and celebrating the achievement of the graduating class of 2016. Today we share with all of you the joy and excitement of our graduating seniors, the tremendous pride of their families and friends, and the deep satisfaction of the entire school district and staff. I celebrate your accomplishments and thank you for allowing me to share this special day with you. Today represents one of the highlights of our academic year. The Wayne Westland Community School District has promoted and supported strong academic program for many years. As a continuation of that long-standing tradition, we are proud to present diplomas to our students of the graduating class of 2016. Believe it or not, you and I have been on a special journey together for the last several years. Each of you have worked very hard on your education at John Glenn High School. Myself and the Board of Education have been working to provide the best educational opportunities possible for all of you. Together, we have all faced many challenges. As I contemplate the challenges that face you, our new graduates, I must also recognize that you will have to work harder to make things better, either for yourselves or for the world in which we live. But when I consider the education you have received, the obstacles you have already overcome, and the character you have exhibited here at John Glenn High School, I can only conclude that you will achieve both success and happiness. The high school experience is a unique event in your life. You arrive here as young teenagers and you leave here as maturing adults. You have been educated well and have been taught by some of the finest educators found anywhere. However, over the next few years, you will realize how well you have been prepared yourself for those slippery situations that will come your way. Today marks the beginning of many firsts in your life. As you walk across this stage, consider the hard work that brought you here. Consider the sacrifices you have made, as well as those made by your parents and loved ones, so this opportunity could be yours. Don't waste it, don't squander it. Work hard and use it to your greatest advantage. Mark Twain summed it up this way: 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, and discover. So as you leave here today, success in your career is in your reach if you're willing to work for it. Success in life, however you define it, also is yours if you're willing to make the effort. The difficulty is not to avoid failure, as Socrates says, but to avoid unrighteousness. I believe you are all equal to the challenge. Dr. Hamala, on behalf of the Board of Education, may I express our thanks to you, your administration, and the staff for an exemplary job in the education of these young adults. Please accept our gratitude along with the community, the parents, and of course the students. Now, by the power vested in me as president of Wayne Westland Board of Education, I hereby declare the John Glenn High School class of 2016 officially graduated.
Graduate today. They are not with us today because they are representing John Glenn High School in the NHSAA state competitions. We wish the following students the best of luck today. From our senior baseball team, Kevin Robert Brewer II, Noah James Damian, Stephen Ogden Heckenbauer, Aaron Michael Peich, River Joseph Neil Turek, Reed Nicholas Zielinski, and from our boys senior track team, Dazon Antonio Bennett, Donovan Alexander Burrell, Austin David Hamlet, Kenyatta Safi Mason II, and Juwan Lavelle Thompson.
Pitar Dimitar Martinovsky, valedictorian.
Catherine Loretta Thorne, valedictorian.
Damian Erickson Stroshine, valedictorian.
Jeanette Elizabeth Wakeford, valedictorian.
Nathaniel Thomas Shemansky, valedictorian.
Hajer Musa Abuzir, valedictorian.
William James Owens, valedictorian.
Danae Tolu, valedictorian.
Jordan Nathaniel Fuchs.
Jean Pauline Mahala, valedictorian.
Jordan Dean Weeks.
Alexis Paige Bowen, valedictorian.
Mitchell Allen Robinson.
Julia Marie Michalowski, valedictorian.
Jeffrey Daniel Busick.
Melanie Jean Bushwick.
Dominic Joseph Tigani.
Victoria Morgan Dulac.
Andrew Cooper Maxim Wicker.
Hannah Marie Gower.
Joshua Caleb Allen.
Sierra Nicole Kirks-Clare.
Jalen Anthony Craig Sims.
Ashley Marie Cole.
Eric John Kudlovitz.
Mackenzie Lynn Lego.
Caleb Douglas Woodard.
Natalie Marie McCory.
Trevor Seth Bauer.
Gifty Tawaya.
Reuben William Tanner II.
Gracie Sofrani.
Caleb Emerson Cameron.
Ave Maria Arushika.
Zachary Logan Baker.
And Dea Cyan Berry.
Tyler Christopher Fletcher.
Tamia Marla Boyd.
Jeremy Stephen Billings.
Jasmine Rajay Vari Bradford.
Edward James Wilson.
Whitney Marie Coletta.
Connor Lewis Gahn.
Crystal Helena Dita Spiff.
Coriante Javon Edwards.
Andrea Suzanne Edwards.
Kyle Frederick Nicola.
Jasmine Simone Falls.
Keaton Alexander Hall.
Adriana Nicole Galindo.
Jazante James Orr.
Emma Guadalupe Gomez.
Andy Sean Laurie.
Cheyenne Faye Marie Grimm.
Austin Hunter LeBlanc.
Alyssa Marie Heft.
Ahmad Yasser Masada.
Lacey Krupp.
Patrick James Wright.
Monica Rose Leshober.
Nicholas Scott Smith.
Marissa Natoli.
Stephen Michael Spencer.
Paris Atavia Parker.
John Michael Henderson.
Mackenzie Lauren Prater.
Jewett Rodrigo Ponce de Leon.
Nadia Michelle Reed.
Aaron Earl Schultz.
Gianna Tyresha Rice.
Miles Wade Davis.
Kelsey Margaret Taylor.
Anthony Alexander.
Jill Ann Wexenmo.
Keenan Lamar Heath.
Kendall Dawn Wiggihop.
Zaid Amin Rehani.
Amethyst Marie Wise.
Jared Ross Spencer.
Julia Marie Curran.
Jacob Allen Morley.
Haley Alexis Fox.
Dantes Artoine Roberts.
Jennifer Rose Traxler.
Joey Sinoli.
Alora Christina French.
Ethan Jordan Brandon.
Alicia May Beggs.
Darrell Monte Cunningham.
Rachel Lynn Dean.
Anthony Tyreek Gaskin.
Jade Milan Davis.
Joshua Damon Sanders.
Aaliyah Amani Jessup.
Nassim Amir Miles.
Whitney Lee Cole.
Mystical Tariq Parti.
Kay Lynn Janae Jackson.
Andrew Stephen Frendo.
Caitlin Julia Nodge.
Damani Albert.
Sydney Kai Dennis.
Travis Adair Alexander.
Kyla Jones Jackson.
Cody Michael Allen.
Kristen Renee Cuspa.
Nicholas Joseph Alvord.
Taylor Lynn Misfud.
Brandon Eric Anderson.
Kaylee Rose Hutton.
Jad Arislan.
Amanda Lynn Thomas.
Robert Rennell Arnold.
Carissa Renee Urban.
Brock Brendan Arp.
Sky LaShawn Chastain Pittman.
Peter Michael Augustino.
Hope Noel Grandi.
Cameron Barcy.
Rachel Brianna Pack.
Joseph Allen Bates.
Ariana Marie McElneill.
Logan Thomas Gage Bodine.
Jalen Renee Fisher.
Peyton Michael Beneteau.
Shelby Nicole Hodges.
Walter Green Bolding.
Brooke Marie Arkaraji.
Christopher Joel Braley.
Jillian Marie Rockefeller.
Chancel Quinston Terrell Bray Page.
Tiara Nicole Kelly.
Devontae Dejan Carlos Brown.
Monet Trayshawn Malden.
Brian Daniel Buck.
Ashley Nicole Andre.
Grantez Dante Charlie Burris.
Amanda Lee Johnson.
Nicholas Ross Cataray.
Princess Nupnu Milligan.
Raymond Dejan Carson.
Jessica Michelle Dial.
Avery Devance Casey.
Sarah Rose White.
Christopher Terrell Clark.
Sarah Rose Barnett.
Courtney Carl Cochran.
Brianna Marie Olson Williams.
Brandon Isaiah Correa.
Alyssa Lee Mars.
Christian Dion Kozar.
Amber Nicole Rampson.
Armante Eugene Crimes.
Amber Michelle Button.
Jonathan Alberto Cruz Villa.
Brianne Michelle Campbell.
Christian Thomas Curry.
Sharnetta Kishana Goree.
Ryan James Davies.
Kiara Monique Holmes.
Cordell Demarcus Davis.
Jayshell Latasha McDonald.
Robert Timothy Davis.
Patricia Patterson.
James Kenneth Dembski.
Mackenzie Rebecca Curran.
Zachary Elijah Dixon.
Zaire Kaji King.
Alec Matthew Durrett.
Jayla Nicole Walker.
Ryan Michael Dobney.
Leger Dominique T.
Amari Dior Doucette.
Mariah Tanae Sappel.
Joshua Lee Eddings.
Cheyenne Ryan Schick.
Niall Marcellus Ellis.
Carly Ann Wester.
Nicholas Adam Gibbs.
Chelsea Lynn Cole.
Jeremy Gordon Harrington.
Katrina Demetris Grant.
Terrence Reginald Ford McLemore.
Nicole Lynn Owens.
Michael Allen Harris.
Kyra Denise Thompson.
Brandon William Hart.
Sierra Lachey Mosley.
Brendan Eric Harvey.
Abby Marie Gillis.
Jesse James Hawkins.
Rebecca Lynn McDougall.
Brandon David Head.
Jarrett Elizabeth Allen.
Jared Tyler Hitt.
Jakira Monet Allen.
Anthony Hurt.
Alicia Joyce Anderson.
Devon Cantrell Jackson.
Kate Amber Batter.
Alexander Charles Jarima.
Jaden Kylie Badger Jones.
Charles Theodore Jones.
Brianna Michelle Barden.
Ladios Cadu.
Yvonne Latrice Benson.
Dane Kenneth Knowlton.
Caitlin Quinn Bogart.
Zachary Allen Ladd.
Mariah Renee Booker.
Jefferson Michael John Lane.
Alyssa Ray Booth.
Chase Leon Martin Larson.
Taylicia Monet Bridges.
Rick Allen Lawrence.
Taylor Nicole Brown.
Jason Jerome Lawrence.
Susanna Nicole Bryan.
Jonathan Tyler Blanchard.
Sydney Alexa Bueller.
Wesley Antonio Lawrence.
Brooke Alexis Ann Burns Pierce.
Skylar Michael Logston.
Angela Lynn Butterball.
Jake Alexander Longuski.
Alasia Nicole Canty.
Dakota Jacob Longuski.
Renee Elizabeth Casey.
Saturi Lundy.
Alexis Cheyenne Celestine.
Andre Manila.
Brianna Lynn Clark.
Amin Yasser Masada.
Shakari Clayton.
Cameron McLennan.
Amber Celine Clemens.
Romel Amario Everton Sean Jamel Mathis.
Angel Rosa Corona.
Donald James Middaugh.
Lindsay Ann Krosky.
Sean Wesley Morgan.
Anahi Cruz.
Brendan James Murphy.
Asia Fair.
Andrew Thomas Neighbors.
Kendall Ruth Felder.
Gunnar Ethan Peterson.
Kayla Lene Flowers.
Armani James Polnitz.
Labrendia Diane Ford.
Michael Bernard Poole.
Asia Gardner.
Brandon Michael Falkenbush.
Kelsey Lee Garza.
Terrence Lemoyne Randolph.
Anastasia Lachey Gilbert.
John Adam Reed.
Ashley Marie Hampton.
Tyler Brendan Riblett.
Jasmine Simone Harris.
Kyle William Keith Richards.
Danae Cherie Hubbard.
Chad William Richardson.
Keontae Alicia Lynette Hunter.
Glad Isaiah Roots.
Sarah Kaimaku.
Jose Alfonso Ruiz.
Autumn Marie Clips.
Michael Thomas Russell.
Madeline Pamela Kuhn.
Mahmoud Ismat Salah.
Alyssa Marie LaForge.
Detonio Dejan Sampson.
Autumn Kayla Landrum.
Ryan Allen Sherman.
Stephanie Elizabeth Lang.
Jalen Keith Smith.
Jamaria Lewis.
Jamie Brandon Smith.
Charmise Jarnay Matthews.
Luke Robert Staples.
Carrie Marie McCullough.
Justin Michael Stepchuk.
Melissa Christine McNulty.
Hunter Ryan Storm.
Charlicia Desire Renee Mitchell.
Jeremy Jacob Storm.
Amy Rosemarie Morgan.
Chase Daniel Storm.
Tiaria Marshall Marie Mott.
Justin Bradley Sutphin.
Jasmine Elaine Mueller.
Christopher Charles Townsend.
Ajane Diane Murray.
Elwin Raydell Walker.
Jillian Jeanette Nabosny.
Dakota Mark Warner.
Cammie Newen.
Willie Leon Watts.
Jacqueline Rochelle Nichols.
Jashem Ali White.
Jessica Renee Nichols.
Joshua Maurice Witt.
Kylie Constance Nielsen.
Kyle Nehemiah Malik Wilcher.
Allison Marion Nick.
Dante Maurice
Odrowski.
Devontae Ramon Yost.
Casey Joanne Hollis.
Cody Eugene McNeely.
Courtney Melise Simone Owens. Gabrielle Simone Pace. Faith Ariel Paisley. Kiara Desiree Pendleton. Kendra Ray Pendleton. Destiny Artima Perez. Melisande Delaney Perot. Crystal Marie Pinard. Cheyenne Grace Prophet. Sarah Louise Puckett. Monica Latrice Rickett. Taylor Tiandra Robinson. Alicia DeSandra Roper. Alaisha Deshawn Roper. Francesca Sayuski. Jenna Marie Scarpace. Sylvia Megan Schulte. Sydney Paige Sexton. Maya Latrice Street. Kamaya Quinice Striblin. Megan Marie Suchin. Calla Beth T. Allegra Denise Terrell. Alicia Marie Tinney. Sahara Zainab Tomlin. Valerie Belai. Deja Alyssa Wallace. Taylor Peyton Watts. Deja Patricia West. Alexia Capri Eliza Weston. Amanda Shelby Wilkins. Dominique Michelle Williams. Jasmine Amber Williams. Katrina Anne-Marie Wilson. Nicole Hope Wilson. Raven Nicole Wood. Deanna Wright Truitt. Patrice Marie Wynn. Alexis Daniela Zenteo Roswell. Tiffany Shanice McAllister. Ariana Nicole Bell.
Alexandria Nicole Davis.
Ryan Ashley Clemens Valedictorian.
Marissa Yvonne Horn Johnson.